another success story. And the more stories we hear, you can see different people, different stories. But the main core of every success story is the desire to succeed for a better life. So, Mr. Brian, welcome back again. And we do have another couple, a good friend of yours, directly from Malaysia in Houston, Texas. So please introduce them, and we'll ask them the questions.
Thank you, sir. This person is much older than me and is very experienced in the oil and gas industry, doing very successful. And I know him through the business. I did not know him prior to the company, but in the last 7 months that I've known him, I've learned to respect him a lot, not because of his age, because of his knowledge. And he always does what he says. And that's the first thing that connected me to him. When I spoke to him first, I met him. In fact, when I first met him, I tried to stay away because he's a very, very accomplished person in his industry, in his oil and gas industry. His name is Mr. Gopi, and his wife's name is Sulachana. And they are new. They have never done network marketing, or I don't think they've ever been associated with any company. But they were introduced by a person who was in the oil and gas industry, who knew a doctor who was very prominent in Malaysia. So the people that they know were all very prominent people, and their results that they have achieved in the last 2 years made them give a bit of time. But why they joined, I really don't know, but whatever he said he will do, he did it, and in 7 months he's become an emerald. And I thought an international event, they've been to the Asian convention, but I wanted them to see the real big picture, so they came here for this ultimate training, and I guess they too have seen the value of Organo and the leadership.
How you felt the very first time you heard about Organo or network marketing opportunity? What was going through your mind?
Let me say good morning. We always say good morning in Organo when we have our meetings. That gives us the boost and the energy to talk and speak and things like that. This opportunity, I thank Mr. John Saturas for this. Well, like everybody else, I was never interested in network marketing, and I was doing reasonably well as an oil and gas engineer. I was working for a company called Baker Hughes for 20 years. And it gave me a reasonably good life with that kind of money that I made. I gave my children good education. And so I thought my life was set, and I was basically happy doing it in the comfort zone. Then a mutual friend, a friend that I know for the last 25 years, working with me in Baker Hughes, he said, Gopi, there's a business opportunity. I'd like you to go with me. So I just went with reluctance. Like I said, most of the meetings I used to say that I went because he promised me a beer after that. So I said, hey, why not, you know?
What a beer can do, huh? What a beer can do. My goodness.
We went there, and then the meeting was conducted. It was like a STP shown by Brian. And I saw the energy in the room, and we got carried away. By the time we realized that it was already time for me to go, so there was no beer that day. But I took back a lot of energy with me, and I told my friend that I like to meet Brian like one-to-one to see, like, is this real? Is this person with passion, is it real? Or is he just putting up a facade or a show? I mean, when you are in the 50s, you think of all these things that you've seen in your life, so you think, is this real? Let me see, you know. So I had a one-to-one with Brian, and I looked into his eyes and asked him a few questions that was something that I wanted to know. And I realized that this guy is true. You know, he's trying to help, and there's an opportunity here. So that's how I signed up. And, well, I was still working at that time. Couldn't give 100% of my time to Organo. I went for the Asian convention, but nothing much really happened because I'm in the comfort zone, you know. Should we do it, you know? So we were doing it relaxed, but we drank that coffee. The whole family started drinking. I brought my children into the business, but to be a good leader, I should lead by example, but I was not. So how will they be motivated? So Brian said there's a convention coming up in a boot camp training, which we qualified for. He said, why don't you come? And my wife has not traveled this far. We said, let's go. Let's go. So there was no hesitation. It was like a holiday. I just wanted to take my wife. She's been my wife for 33 years. She did everything. If the family is a unit today, it's because of her. It's single-handedly did that. Because I was traveling the world trying to make money, working for Baker Hughes. So we came and we saw real people. Real people. We've heard them over the radio. We have seen them in the magazines, but we have not seen them in person. That made a big impact. And I've been for trainings, being a manager for my division, I've been to a lot of leadership training, but nothing compared to what I got in the last weekend, and the last few days that we spent time with you. This money can't buy. I tell anybody, money definitely can't buy the kind of inspiration, the kind of experience. These are the people, real people, who tell you the real things that they've gone through. It's not like reading a book and they're telling you, okay, this is what so-and-so did. It's, I did this, and you can see that I got results to show. If nobody is impacted with that kind of motivation, then either they are not fit for this business or they just wasted their money coming here.
But you said something very important. I have attended many seminars myself. And this ultimate training experience in Las Vegas was one of the best I have ever experienced. I have never found anyone yet to be as good as Mr. Holtenbugs, because he doesn't teach through a book or an agenda. That's his real life experience from what he read and what he had accomplished. So that kind of training, even if it costs $100,000 per person, it's still going to be very cheap, because it's value that you're not going to find anywhere. Misu, I heard now that it's your first time you've traveled so far. Now, how does it feel to travel for so many hours to go to an event, to be in Las Vegas, and seeing your husband after so many years dedicated into one company, having a job, now he's going to do this crazy coffee thing?
When he first came and told me that he joined this network marketing, I was thinking, what's happening? We are supposed to retire and enjoy life, and he just joined a company. And I was thinking, something must be good, something must have attracted him. And I want to see what it was. And when I met Brian, I know why he joined. And at that time, I didn't know anything about the business. We were just learning, and I slowly learned. But nothing like coming here to see everything. It's the big picture. It's eye-opening for me. I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. It's worth it. It's worth traveling so far, coming to see this.
How many hours flight?
The whole thing took about 36 hours.
36 hours.
Yes.
40 hours to be exact.
Almost 2 days flight.
Yes. I've never traveled so far.
And there are some people who live in Las Vegas, like 30 minutes away, and they say it's too far. Or some are going to take a flight within the U.S. or even drive, and it's too far. It's called commitment.
And it's really worth it. I really, from bottom of my heart, I'm telling it's really worth it. And I'm a normal housewife with, my family is like my husband said, my family is everything to me. Anybody ask me for help, I just help my friends or anybody. And this business is going to give me an opportunity to help people to get wealthier and healthier. And I'm happy now, very happy to be.
I see your body language. I can feel your energy.
Yes.
You cannot wait to go back home and share the information.
Yes.
I can sense it.
I can feel it.
And folks, at the end of the day, it's not about knowledge. They say that it's better to have ignorance on ice than knowledge. Ignorance on fire. It's better to have ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice. See, when we say ignorance on fire, we say passion. Passion is energy. People like to feel that they're with someone who they have life inside of them. It's not how much you know, it's how much you care and how much you're willing to give. When you see your wife, like I see her right now, she's like glowing from happiness. How you feel making that decision?
I tell you, we've been sending these clips and pictures and all that, and back home, and my children look at that and they said, "Is that my mother? She's changed so much." You know, my eldest daughter said, "Mother, is it you?" You know, they've seen the passive side of the mother, you know, taking care of the house and things like that. That's what I said. I tell everybody, when you give them the opportunity to grow and see the bigger picture, they are transformed. And that's a good transformation, you know. Now she was thinking, oh, I'm going to travel, like, you know, fly 24 hours and then the layover and all that, another 12, 13 hours, 37 hours. But now she's telling it's all worth it. I heard it from her. She didn't tell me though, until now.
You see what? What can come out on Motive Radio?
Yeah.
Everything comes out. It's all about, when we say about changing lives,
Yes.
it's not only about the money. There are so many people who work so hard every day in, day out, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So there is this daily routine life that goes on for so many years. You create habits. You program yourself in a certain way. Then you get stuck. You travel 36, 37 hours. You'll see people at the airport, people on the plane. You're going to feel the bumps of the plane, some kind of turbulence. So you start wondering, am I going to land? Am I not going to land? You know, when your body and mind and emotions get together to a different platform, you appreciate life and you are more excited. That's what brings people to you. Mr. Brian, one last question before we close. You know the couple quite some time. How you feel listening to their experience right now, and what do you think they will be doing in Malaysia going back?
I know Mr. Gopi from day one. Day one, you know, I've got this, like you know, I got this energy where I can feel people that will succeed. From day one, I wanted him, but I didn't show it to him. I kind of kept him away. So when he's come on board right now with Mr. Gopi, but to see her like this, when she speaks, we know she can speak with confidence about the company. She knows what she's seen is real. And together, personally, I'm very happy for them because they are in the age, they're grandparents, you know, and they are supposed to slow down. But they will not slow down, but they will travel. They will see people. Ogano gives you that extra, isn't it? It's hard work if you see it as hard work. If you see it as a passion, you'll never work another day. And that's what's going to happen to these two couples because they're going to be passionate. They know they are real people. They're going to enjoy this. I think when we come for convention, they'll be knighted. They will be knighted. I'll work closely with him because he always delivers. Whenever people say they're going to do something, they do it. We stay with them. And in Ogano, if you keep to your word and you just follow instruction, which he's going to do, I believe in him, they will come to this convention as a diamond.
Mr. Gopi, what do you think? We're going to make a global announcement. Do you think, do you believe, because I know that your wife would not leave you in peace. She wants the sword mother you do.
Now I've made a commitment to myself and to my leaders that I will go diamond by August 19th. And to do that, like you said, nothing is going to come easy. I got to put my work, I got to have a game plan, the 90-day game plan, and I'm going to work that plan. That's what I'm going to do. And along the way, I'm going to motivate my children. I'm going to be the example to them. I've done this, you can do it. You know, you showed us the way. You shared your experience with us. You shared more than the experience with us. You know, nobody can get that kind of time with you. I mean, you're a busy man. You're building a business, but you still gave us the time and shared your life with us. That's a great opportunity. Not everybody can get. So I don't want to waste that time and energy. So next time when I see you, I should have grown from what I am today. Otherwise, I think my trip here would have been failed trip. So I always keep my word. If I say I'll do it, I'll do it.
I believe that you will do it because your wife next to you, she's going to make sure it happens. So I also like to thank you for taking your time to come here and share your story, because people like to hear success stories. And they always, like everybody would like to see new faces, new people, and from all over the world, that Organo works. If you want to find out, hashtag OG works. You're going to find, and soon, very soon, the whole world is going to find out how big, how strong, and how far we're going to be going with Organo. So thank you so much for coming. We're going to see you in a few minutes. We're going to take another short break. Mr. Brian, don't go anywhere. I have coffee coming for you.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll have the next guest in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much
Thank
for the
you.
opportunity, and we personally thank you for the time that you spent with us, and we also wish you will succeed a lot more. We will keep you in our prayers. Thank you very much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
John.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you.